I want you to let me know, are you already working with clients? Are you currently learning? Are you thinking about becoming a Microloc professional, Microloc Mastery certified? Or are you here because you want to maintain your own hair, create or maintain your own microlocs, and you want to learn more? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Comment below. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about, are you really ready to take Microloc clients? Because knowing how to perform a Microloc technique and being prepared to take responsibility for someone else's microlocs professionally are two very different things. Two very different things. And I want to talk about that difference tonight. So you may know how to install. You may know how to retighten. You may know how to style. And you may have watched some videos, taken a class, or learned a particular technique. But that doesn't automatically mean sometimes that you're prepared for everything that can walk through your door. And professional readiness requires more than technical ability. That's the thing. Sometimes we think, myself included, well, if you know how to do it, then I learned, I saw how to do it. I did the, my training, my one-on-one mentor training experience. And I was like, oh, but it was very different when that person got in my chair. It was very, very different. I'm going to talk about that. Right? So professional readiness requires more than technical ability. And that's something I really want people entering this industry to learn. It's so much more. If anybody is already experienced and understands this, let me know in the comments. You get this, and you definitely can co-sign. When you're in the industry, it can be a bit different. Okay. Let's get on to our next slide. So, before accepting a client, I want you to be able to confidently answer these questions, right? So can you confidently answer, what am I, okay, well, actually, hold on. Before you accept a client, can you confidently answer, what am I looking for during the consultation? What exactly am I looking for? Is this person actually a good candidate for what they're requesting? Can I recognize when something is outside of my current skill level? And do I know what I will and will not agree to? Those are really, really powerful things. And really, ultimately, can I clearly explain? Yeah, sorry, my tongue twisted. Can I clearly explain to the client what they should realistically expect? Can I clearly explain it? Because as some people may have already known or experienced, there's people that will definitely ask and challenge and dig into the why. They want to know, or they'll even challenge you a bit. So you want to be able to clearly explain it, because they keep asking, and if there's no satisfactory answer, it could become a problem for that client as well. So confidence should come from preparation, not just guessing. And I don't think any of us would like someone to guess a service that we're paying for. We want them to know. So when you really know, you could be confident in your answer, like, yes, this is why I'm saying this. This is why I'm doing X, Y, and Z. And so I want to ask, if you're watching this on the replay, anywhere you're seeing this, I want you to put in the comments, which one of these do you think would have you would have the hardest time answering right now? Which one of the questions that we talk about? We're also going to, talk about the questions that's on this slide. What am I looking for during a consultation? Is this person actually a good candidate for the service? Can I recognize something outside my current skill level? Do I know what I will and will not agree to do? And can I explain what this client should realistically expect? Because confidence should come from preparation, not guessing. Okay? So here's something that I want you to consider. All right? There's 3 signs that you may not be ready yet. Number 1, you don't know what you don't know. And that's for all of us, me included. You just don't know what you don't know until you get there. Every client looks like someone you should accept. Every problem could sometimes look like something you should try to fix. But sometimes the professional decision is recognizing that you don't have enough information yet. So you can get that information. You might just not have that information yet. Number 2, you're making decisions in the moment. There's no consistent consultation process. There's no assessment process for, if that's the case, right? If you're not ready yet, this is what would be happening. You would have no consistent consultation process, no assessment process. You're figuring out everything while the client is already in the chair, and that's risky. Very, very, very risky. Number 3, you're afraid to say, I'm not the right professional for this. And why? Let's be real about that. Let's be real. Let's pause there for a minute and be really real about that. Because this is what I want us to get into: abundance mindset versus scarcity versus lack versus I need money. I'm pressured. I need this client. I got to make. And this is what separates the people, the true abundance and consistency, and the higher level of abundance than the I got a quick buck, but I don't have that longevity, or I'm not creating the results that's going to give me that sustainability. Then you get into your pricing and all that. So before we even go down that road, number 3 is I'm not the right professional for this. If you're afraid to say that, because professionalism isn't knowing how to do everything. Sometimes professionalism is knowing your limits. There's things that I absolutely won't do, don't feel like I am qualified to do, nor would I. That's just not something I even want to do. And if it were something I'd want to do, I know that I wouldn't do it until I knew how to do it. So there's certain things, and my limit personally is when it coloring and all those things. For myself, I may do a safe, something that I've tested on my hair for a long time, a natural depositing color. I'm not doing anything outside my limits, but I'm not offering a service that I don't know how to do or not authorized to do. And that's something that I want to make sure people don't do. And also, just like being new is completely normal. We're all new to something. I'm a therapist on my other hat. And so I was new to that, and I was doing internships, and I was learning about diagnosing and assessing. There's still always things to learn. And then I had to find my groove. In any field, there's things that people specialize. I just today had a sneaky, I don't do couples typically, and I don't do family typically in a certain place I work with, a certain system. And they snuck on, and I was like, and I even said, this is beyond what, no one gave me the warning. This is beyond what I said I would do. There's limits to what clients I will accept. So I don't know how these people got through, but I had to be honest and say what it was. So that's basically the same thing. It's okay to have those limits. It's okay to say, I'm not doing everything. I'm trying to make this screen bigger and I can't. Here we go. And it's all crunched up on the slide, but you get the point that I'm making. If you have any one of these signs, right, it might be that you're not quite ready yet, and that's okay. The problem comes when we try to pretend that we have the knowledge or experience that we haven't developed yet. It's some good content. I know y'all gonna be like, oh, I missed it live. Oh man. Because y'all do that anyway. So yeah, the client has to live with the decisions that you make. The client lives with your decisions and they talk about it. Hold up. The clients will fume and ruminate and be bitter about a decision that you made, especially if you did not tell them that you were going to do that decision or that you didn't know how to do that service. They will be upset. And this is something I take very seriously. Y'all should know by now. If y'all know me or have heard me getting a little, because that social worker coming out of me. But the client has to live with the decisions you make, your installation decisions, your grid decisions, your sizing decisions. That's one of the most common complaints I heard in the past was my loctician did my locks too small. My loctician did my locks too big. Can you combine them? Can you make, I wish I got them smaller because I didn't realize they were like, can you make them smaller? I mean, there's a process to certain things, but it's still a process if it's even possible at that level, wherever they are in their journey. Your maintenance decisions, your repair decisions or lack thereof. Microlocks are a long-term hair commitment, right? So you're not talking about a hairstyle that somebody takes down next week, next month, a couple of months from now. We're talking about some of these clients may live with the foundation you create for years, many decades. And that's why education and professional standards matter. The service doesn't begin when your hands touch the client's hair. It begins before that. You got the consultation. You got the assessment. You got the expectations. You got the preparation, right? Which I always say, do not leave out preparation. And then you have the service. That's professional, the professional route. What happens before that appointment can determine what happens during and after it. So I'm not going to go deeply into all these pieces tonight because that's actually what we're going to be doing on Wednesday. All right, so let's talk about Wednesday's workshop real quick. This Wednesday, August 19th, we're having a professional development workshop inside the Microloc Mastery community. So it's what every successful Microloc professional does before accepting a client. It is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to go simply beyond like, am I ready? We're going to go into what should I exactly be doing before I say yes? And our existing Microloc Mastery community already has access. We're going to just be live in that main room, y'all. The main room. So make sure you RSVP in the meetups. But if you're currently not in the community, there's another way that you can join us Wednesday. I'm going to let you know that right now. Bootcamp. Bootcamp. The 4-day Microloc Mastery Bootcamp is back. We start next Monday, August 24th to the 27th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live online. And right now, early bird registration is only $97. Live online. Regular registration is $147. The early bird is going to end on Thursday. This Thursday, y'all, August 20th. Yes, August 20th. So your bootcamp registration includes access to our private Microloc Mastery community. So you want to ideally get in before Wednesday so that you can attend and start taking advantage of our free community workshops. We have We have that one coming up, and then we got the whole boot camp next week, and you'll have access to everything that we do when we go live in there. I'm probably gonna go live in the community again before boot camp, so you'll be able to be in there with us. Okay, it's 4 nights of live education, comprehensive workbooks, hands-on assignments, private community and replays, a certificate of completion. You get access to our community, and you can join us for Wednesday's professional development workshop at no additional cost. All right. So Wednesday, you have that. You have the professional development workshop inside of the community. And then August 24th to the 27th, so I'll make this bigger one more time. You have the boot camp daily, 4 days, Monday through Thursday. Okay, early bird registration, $97 through Thursday. You're going to go to microlocbootcamp.com, and you'll register to get inside the community. And if you register before Wednesday's workshop, you'll see this Wednesday instead of waiting until next week. So you're going to have a pre-workshop before we even do the boot camp if you get in before Wednesday. So I appreciate y'all watching this replay. If you have any questions about anything that we talked about today, we talked about how to know when you're ready for Microloc clients. If you have any questions, comments, advice, you want to drop down and say anything in the comments, feel free to, and I'll also be able to respond to you. And I'll see you inside Microloc Mastery. Bye, y'all.